car of Truex being shown back in 11th in the points as he makes the pass. And then Tony Stewart back in 4th in points. These guys have got to get up on that wheel here today and make a difference in this chase for the Cup.
Oh, yeah, some of these guys like Martin Truex, he might be a little too far behind to get the championship. There's a lot of spots that he can pick up.
42 car again, and they have issues again with that right front just coming apart.
Down, but just below the right.
Montoya bringing out caution for the second time. It is the third caution of the afternoon here, lap 57.
You almost have to wonder if he didn't have something rubbing that right front after they blew that first one. And they made that repair that they didn't have something rubbing that tire.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you on that one. They didn't run many laps this time before it blew. So, you know, that thing really got tore up from that first tire failure. And this time it could be a piece of metal, whatever.
Damage on the right side of J.J. Yaley's car. His Chevy in with some right rear and rear end.
Fix the back, guys. Right, it's killed right there. Let's go to the garage.
Crew Chief Steve Addington talking about just taking it to the garage. It's got so much damage in the rear, they're going to have to work on it up on jack stands.
You don't want to be in the way of these other guys coming into the pits, too, because they're going to be making regular pit stops. Pit road will be full here in about a minute or so.
Yeah, that's the most aggravating thing in the world is trying to make a pit stop, and there's a car sitting in the pits, you know, where you want to get to, all tore up and blocking your position to get in. So, yeah, good move to get the thing behind the wall to get it out of the way.
Montoya, who had that great run, his best oval track run early in his Cup career, came here back in the spring when he finished 5th. He since had 3 second-place finishes on ovals. Of course, he had the win on the road course at Infineon in only his 17th career start. Dave on the 07.
And that's the second time this weekend they've had to fix that. Jamie talked with Clint about that in the countdown show. It is important to get that rear of that car good because the arrow here, the way that air hits that, holds that car to the racetrack.
Lap 62, if you just joined our coverage, Kurt Busch driving the 2 cars, led 3 times for 57 laps. Martin Truex back in the 1 car has led 3 laps, and Biffle and Kyle Petty have each led a lap.
The biggest problem here is that Clint Boyer restarted the race in 33rd spot, having to come back in and do some work on that car. So he's got some traffic to deal with and try to stay on the lead lap.
Chase points, second line up there. You see Gordon Johnson. Now Boyer back 206 points back, and he can ill afford to have that happen as you see how well that Jimmy Johnson is running. Trying to sail by the 5 car, but Kyle Busch, his teammate, comes back on the inside. They are battling for 3rd position.
Yeah, well, Kyle Busch, he didn't show any patience whatsoever. He's got those fresh tires from that last pit stop, and he just blew right past Johnson on the bottom side of the track and off of turn 2. It's been pretty slick down there.
Left side of your screen, that's the battle for the lead. Truex, who's had an awfully racy car. His car working really well on the bottom of the racetrack, but so now is the 2 car, who eventually was moving up a little bit. Now Truex moving up in his tracks.
I'm going to remind everybody one more time how strong this 2 car has been on these mile-and-a-half racetracks. He won Michigan early in the year, and he was flying to Kansas City before he got caught up in some problems there. But big crash down the backstretch. Oh, Martin. David Gilliland. Huge accident.
38 car of Gilliland. Robert Yates' car, heavy contact, and then Mark Martin in the 0-1. Also in it here, bringing out caution for the 4th time today on lap 65.
That gives you a sense of how fast these cars are running down that backstretch. You saw that problem with the 38 car. Mark Martin just looking for a place to go and just ran out of room.
They got real racy off this turn, too. We saw in the restart they were making a 3 wide already, exiting with those fresh tires, a lot of grip. I have to go back and replay shortly here to see what happened. I actually called this one, but you could see a lot of stuff happening off it, too.
Gilliland, who had the 3rd fastest practice timer in the top 5, make it 4th quickest in happy hour. Thought he was going to have a really good run here today driving for Robert Yates, but has an issue here. Oh, there's contact there.
He just got behind on his steering after having some contact with that Red Bull car. Just catch the number. And man, that's a hard lick right there for Mark Martin.
Here's the impact as Martin came across the racetrack. Watch the 38 come right down in front of him.
When Mark catches that right at the last minute, nothing Mark Martin could do. He was committed to the bottom of the track, and guys, when you're running that fast, you just can't turn it right and jump on the brakes that quick.
From Jeff Burton's onboard camera, one of our chasers right behind this incident. Watch what Jeff saw.
back up, go back up. There you go. Great job, boss. Great job. Caution's out, guys.
You see that real time. You see how fast everything happens.
Matt Kenseth onboard camera right in front of him. He's able to get down.
Stay low, clear high, clear high.
Boy, it happens in a hurry here, doesn't it?
Well, that 38 car just got fishtailing of David Gilliland, and he just could not hold on to that thing. And that turn two has been a tough one today. These guys are just getting aggressive in that turn, and David just got loose, couldn't pull that thing down, and pulled it down off of the car, just got loose. And look at Mark Martin. Glad he's okay.
Mark, one of the fan favorites, making his 44th start at Atlanta Motor Speedway. His first start came March of 1982. David Gilliland getting out of the car, talking to the safety crews there, and able to walk down off the banking.
Jerry, you hate that for David. He was really fast in practice yesterday. Had a good quick time. I believe he was fourth fastest in practice yesterday, and he's been in the top 5 all week long. And for him to go out this early, bad day for Robert Yates Racing. The team suffered enough all year.
Take a look at our AT&T Crew Chief Challenge. Which top 20 winless this year driver, by the way, will get their first win here today? Will it be Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, Bobby Labonte driving for the King Richard Petty, or will it be Casey Kane? Now you can text the word crew to 191 on your wireless phone and send in your answer. The results will be shown later on in the race. Let's go down to Alan Bestwick on Jeff Gordon.
You know, look, trouble on the racetrack.
Oh, hold on, Alan. Trouble on the racetrack here, and we've got an issue as the caution will be weighed once again. David Reagan's car.
Didn't hit bad. I think got a one tire down right front me.
David Reagan bringing out the caution flag. We'll show you what happened a moment ago, and then we'll get back and talk a little bit more about Jeff Gordon. Here's the 6th car.
Looks like he maybe had a tire go down. Got up against the wall. He was lucky he was that high on the racetrack, so he didn't hit the wall that hard. But he does have a flat right front.
Working on the right front of the car, Jimmy Finnig and some of the Roush Fenway crew trying to get a young man who's second in the Rookie of the Year point standings, just 19 points back of Juan Pablo Montoya. Here are the Hendrick boys, 1-2 in the points, 24 and 48. By the way, they are 12th and 13th on the racetrack as they sandwich the 84 car of A.J. Allmendinger.
I bet both of them just want to say, get away from me. They can't get away from each other. I mean, it's been going on for weeks now. Bumper to bumper. We saw it last week at Martinsville, Virginia. Just goes to show you that Rick Hendrick has built 2 great race cars for these guys and gave them good opportunities with good equipment.
You know, where one guy goes, the other guy goes. They race together on the racetrack. They stand together in the garage area, and they're almost together. They're like, I guess that's why this team is so. They almost think alike.
I think they're very comfortable racing with each other here, too. I think, you know, where they are on the racetrack, that they'd probably rather not be beside anybody else but their teammate because of that trust.
And you see I'm not getting real aggressive right now. We're only 161 laps in this 325 lap race.
Oh, Bobby Labonte has had contact with the wall.
Oh, that's too bad.
Blue tire.
6-time Atlanta winner.
Right in the wall.
And that will bring out yellow now for the 7th time today. Pretty hard contact for Bobby in the King's Dodge. Just shove that right front tire back up into it and watch it. Heads in the corner.
He said he blew a tire, and it looks just like he did blow a tire, but looking at the car coming down through there, didn't look like it was flat.
You see the right front tire is still kind of up on it looking, but it definitely took off right.
Something broke.
Bobby was so hoping to be able to give the King Richard Petty another win here. And 308 races since that 43 car has been to victory lane and has trouble. Yes, it is available on ABC HD, presented by DLP HD TV. Hayes car getting set to pull away. Let's listen into the spoilers as we go full throttle.
Green. Looks really good. Still there. Clear. I see it right there, buddy. I see it. Now keep that up. Work on it. Still there. Clear. Still there. Still there. Clear. There you go. Get up on that thing. Let's go.
Whoa, trouble on the racetrack. The 66 Jeremy Mayfield making his first start. Taking over for Jeff Green in that car.
There, man. 6 car.
Caution number 8.
Get rolling here, buddy.
Mayfield will run that car this week, or for the remainder of the season, we should say, for the Haas Motorsports team and for 2008. We heard him mention the 6 car. Let's see what kind of contact he's referring to here. How many 6s does it take? 66 there, 6 to the outside.
Looks like these guys just run out of room. 6 car does get into the back of Jeremy right here, but it's like a racing incident to me.
That's absolutely a racing incident. You know, you saw him 3 wide there. Let's take a look one more time. Jeremy's in the middle of the racetrack coming up. And then the 6 car just wasn't up high enough, and so they just got together real quick, and a guy barely got by. It was Ryan Newman in the 12 car in that Mobile 1 Dodge, so he came out unscathed out of that deal.
From the Goodyear blimp, we'll show you high above. Watch the crowding that takes place here in the corner.
Boy, that is just flat run out of room. Take a look at Jamie McMurray. Got him in the left rear quarter panel, got him sliding back and forth.
Harvick here just barely misses, well, misses it by a good little bit, but he has to go way down the apron. And here comes Jeff Gordon. That's Jeff Gordon going by.
Gordon got himself clear back to 18th position.
Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard seeing him that far back.
Yeah, me too. I mean, he got way back there, so he's struggling to get this thing back up to the front now.
Harold Hawley's guys will take a look at the 66 car from Mayfield. Meanwhile, here comes David Reagan on the pit road with some damage on the front fenders as well. Jeff Gordon again trying to get through it. Watch from his onboard camera what he saw.
Got him touch in front of you. Come on, come on, come on. Good job. Get back up.
Boy, he got a lot luckier than Mark Martin did earlier. Earlier, when Martin did that same move, went down low like Jeff did it. And Mark had a car come across the front of him.
Back it down now. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. All right, stay low. Come on.
Nice job by Tony Raines to get his Chevy slowed down. As we are under caution for the 8th time a day, Jeremy Mayfield involved in an incident with David Reagan. Back with a restart in just a moment. Showdowns in the NFL and decisions in Major League Baseball. We've got showdowns and decisions about to happen here at Atlanta Motor Speedway in NASCAR. Tony Stewart got troubles. He is on pit road with his Chevrolet and the hood is up. Jamie?
That's right, Doc. Tony Stewart's day just went from bad to worse. They lost oil pressure. He pulled in. The team's checking it out. They lifted the hood. He just fired it. They're listening right now to try to figure out where the problem's coming from, and they just shut it off again, guys.
Yeah, it's got pressure. When you fire it up, it's got pressure.
See Tony Stewart there in our chase ticker. You see he's going to begin moving back. Car sitting on pit road here at lap 196. Remember, Tony won this race in dominant fashion a year ago, went on to win at Texas. And now he heads back down pit road and will go back out. He'd already had his issues and had lost a couple of laps. Oh, trouble in turn 2 on the racetrack. David Stremme has gone around in the Dodge, number 40.
Like he's on a right rear tire.
Yeah, blew right rear.
Yeah, just what he said. He said he blew a right rear tire. Look at that thing. It's tore to pieces, that tire.
I put dude up in the blue going in.
And boy, when you blow a right rear tire going at the corner to track this fast, you're just a passenger, dude. You're just holding on. It blew the whole back of that car up. I mean, that was a huge failure out of that tire.
Stremme damage on the back of his car and right rear. Now, we talked about decision time in the chase, and let's listen into some of this radio chatter involving our points leader, Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, you know, we get a long run, and that's when we don't have the car for the long run. We get a short run, we got the car for the long run. So one of these times, I hope we hit it. Well, I hope we hit it when it matters. Make all the rest of us all worth it. You said it was going to be easy. I appreciate the fight you guys are putting up there and putting up with me. We'll get it here when it really does count. I agree.
Well, he's doing a good job behind the wheel right now. He's, you know, he was a little up on the pipe, so to speak, early in the race, kind of complained a little bit because he wasn't getting enough information from his crew chief. And now he's kind of apologizing. Looks like they're all happy. They know they got a goal. Try to get it done and try to get this thing handling better for the long run.
Speaking of up on the wheel, Andy, watch him drive through this wreck here as it happens over in the turn.
He's completely on the apron on that flat part of the racetrack, still able to get by the 40 car. That's hard to do. It's slick down there on that apron. Great job.
Those kind of moves can save you points and save you a day and maybe save you a championship. Back at Atlanta Motor Speedway, caution being waved for the 10th time today. Heavy damage on the right front of Joe Nemechek's Chevrolet. He has cut a tire and it's taken part of the fender away, and the debris all over the racetrack. Here's what happened to Nemechek.
See the car up real high in the corner, smoke coming out of it, tires going flat. See, this thing's making a ton of debris, blowing that fender off. There goes the 2 car running through some of that debris. I don't know if he caught any of it or not.
It looks like he went right through the middle of, the big piece came right dead through under the center of his car, Andy. The only thing that's going to save him now is a pit stop. He gets to change those tires.
They can check it as they come down pit road. Let's go down to Jamie Little. Oh, baby, a championship on the line. We're at a racetrack where things happen in the final laps. We've had some fabulous finishes here at Atlanta.
I see that 1 car coming up on these guys, too. Maybe they are trying to save fuel and allow some of these other guys to get in there.
Whoa, look at that. He was pretty sideways coming off of turn 4. And where did Truex come from, man? He just stood in the throttle and caught all of them.
We're hearing the 1 car is 3 laps short of fuel. We've already told you the 2 car is going to have to pit with 3 to go if they do not get a caution flag. But here he comes anyway.
Well, if he's got a pit, let's go for it, man. Let's go ahead and show him we got the car.
Yeah, he says he's 3 laps sharp. The 1 car did. Well, the 17 car, Matt Kent says he's 3 laps, and he's going for it. He's not even going to pit. Whoa! They better not wreck.
If he runs these guys hard enough, he'll make them stand in the gas.
Whoa, here comes the caution flag in Atlanta. Oh, my heavens.
And this is where you start turning the engine off and coasting and saving all the gas.
And the 70 car, Johnny Sauter, has cut a right front tire and taken some sheet metal away. And how many of these guys are saying, oh, thank you for this yellow flag?
Well, they better go kiss Johnny Sauter. We don't want to see anybody having a problem. But, boy, this just might have saved a lot of them.
Well, before they go kiss Johnny Sauter, they got to make a pit stop here. And that's going to see what they're going to do. It's going to be some interesting strategies down there.
Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd pit or not.
Total frustration, and you got to understand Kyle Busch comes in as the leader, has been driving his heart out here, and then they have that issue on pit road, lost about 4.5 to 5 seconds in the pit.
And you can totally understand all of Kyle's frustration because, man, he's been up front all day. I feel for him, I really do.
I think this 11 car is going to be a sitting duck with these guys with tires right there.
New top 3, Denny Hamlin is there, stayed on the racetrack, 2 right side tires for the 48 car. Earnhardt Jr., it's been 58 races since Earnhardt Jr. has gone to victory lane. How hungry is he? Whoops, they stack him up. Coming to the green flag, and the 31 car has contact in the back of McMurray.
He ran out of gas. You're good. All clear.
Oh, the 11 car's out of gas. He gets hit from behind by the 1 of Truex. He gets nailed. Here comes the 5 car spinning around.
Truex has wiped out the 5 cars backwards. Oh, man, a melee at the start-finish line.
Well, I thought the 11 was going to be a sitting duck, but I thought it was going to be tires. I didn't think it was going to be fuel.
And we told you, folks, don't leave your couches because every race, the last 5, this has happened.
And Truex has had the great afternoon. He had nowhere to go. Cars on both sides. He just center punched the back end of the 11 car that just couldn't get up to speed. And now teammate J.J. Yaley trying to push the damaged 11 of Denny Hamlin back around the racetrack.
And Jimmy Johnson gets her out the outside. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Reed Sorensen also 1, 2, 3 right now. Johnson leading. Wow.
Okay, right now NASCAR is trying to figure out where all these cars are going to restart. Everybody was so jammed up right there, they have to go back and look at these loops and see where these cars are going to start.
And folks, as of right now, Jimmy Johnson is 1 point back of Jeff Gordon in the chase. Gordon in the 24 car came in with the lead here, and now Jimmy Johnson Gordon right now in 9th position. Jimmy Johnson being shown as the leader, and there is a very frustrated Martin Truex.
That's just too bad to see because he had such a great race car. You see here, the 11 car was weaving back and forth, trying to get fuel to the pickup. These other guys just know it's time to go, and they start splitting him. See here, Martin Truex could not see that car wasn't going.
Well, there's a 31 car, Jeff Burton on the outside. He hit in the back awful hard at Jamie McMurray because he anticipated they were going to go. And, man,
Yeah, Truex was also right behind the 07 of Boyer, and Boyer moves to the inside. Now watch the 07 move to the inside, and the 1 car is right behind him.
Well, you see, they're past the point of the restart, and they're expecting the leader to go, and he hasn't gone yet. It just has everybody confused.
And nobody's at fault here, guys. This is hardcore racing with 3 or 4 laps to go, and this is what to expect.
Stay in the middle.
Just knocked my eye out.
And if you're Kyle Busch, how costly was that slow pit stop that had you back behind this mess?
Well, he was just a victim here because he was behind all of it.
Green pleasure. He's out of gas. He's out of gas. What is? Come on, come on.
He could have been right in the middle of this stuff too, so really no safe place to be on that.
All right, pull the belts down. Here we go.
Gonna get 1 shot. Green, white, checkered flag. Earnhardt Jr., remember, hasn't been to victory lane since Richmond in May of 2006. How hungry is he? Reed Sorensen, it's his home racetrack. He's never won a race.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Folks, put the seat belts on the sofa. Here we come. Jimmy Johnson down for the green flag, trying to win a chase and trying to run away.
Oh, and Johnson gets a good restart. He gets away from Edwards by about 5 cars. Junior spinning.
Earnhardt Jr. spins up in front of McMurray.
Tire flew off that left rear of the 8 car.
How in the world did that happen? The tire completely fell off the car.
That's a 1 attempt at a green-white checker.
Coming to the white. Coming to the white.
White in caution, and Jimmy Johnson will win it here at Atlanta.
Down there yelling. Slow down.
This one, folks, is history. What a day as Jimmy Johnson wins and Carl Edwards waves out the window.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Left rear tire came completely off of that 8 car.
And talk about a good move out of Jeff Gordon. When that crash happened off of 2, he stood in the throttle and he picked up like 3 positions. Jimmy went from a 1 point behind to now Jimmy's 23 points behind Jeff Gordon. But boy, he picked up a lot of ground today on Jeff Gordon.
Good to see Junior get out of the car here. That was a pretty good lick.
Junior's probably thinking, what in the world just happened?
Dave Burns.
Well, he had some indication that something might go wrong in the 8 car. He told his crew just before that restart, I think something might be broken in the back of this car, and that must have been what he was feeling somewhere back on that rear tire.
Out of the car, able to walk away. So this is the kind of luck. This is the emblematic of the kind of year I've had. Watch the 8 car. My heavens.
Man. It's like maybe a broken wheel or something. I mean, the lug nuts just, don't all come off the car at the same time. It could have been a broken wheel. And Jamie McMurray, oh my gosh, bad day for him. He had such a good run going on.
What a crazy finish.
That is crazy.
Comes off there right up in front of Jamie McMurray. And suddenly a day he thought might end up in victory lane ends up with disappointment once again.
And there's 2 fellas that didn't do anything wrong at all. Jamie's just a victim, and Junior broke a wheel.
Well, the DEI guys sure did have tough luck.
Jimmy Johnson picks up his 8th win of the year, his 3rd win at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and now he moves to within 10 points, make it 9 points unofficially of Jeff Gordon.
And NASCAR's working, Jerry, on the timing and scoring right now. They've put Jeff Gordon back just a little bit, which puts now, at the moment, Jimmy Johnson within 9 points.